Namaste and once again welcome back to another session of online maths class. In this session we move on to a new topic, remainder theorem. Before that, let us have a quick review on the division of polynomials. Okay, consider this example, divide 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so here we have to divide 3x square plus x minus 1 by the polynomial x plus 1. Okay, for that we can take the first term in the dividend, it is 3x square, then divided by first term in the divisor and it is x. Okay, so it is the first step. We have to divide the first term in the dividend by the first term in the divisor. What we get? When x and x cancel, we get 3x. So this term 3x will be the first term in the quotient that we have to write on the top, 3x. Okay, so 3x is the first term in the quotient. And the next thing is we have to multiply the quotient and the divisor, that is 3x into x plus 1. First 3x into x is 3x square, then 3x into 1 is 3x. Okay, we multiply the quotient 3x and the divisor x plus 1. 3x into x, 3x square, and 3x into 1, 3x. Okay, now we can subtract these two values. So here minus and minus. 3x square minus 3x square, we can cancel. So here x minus 3x is minus 2x. We can down the term minus 1. So here the term is minus 2x minus 1. Okay. Now again we take the first term in the dividend. Okay, now minus 2x minus 1 is the dividend. So we can take the first term minus 2x, then divided by first term in the divisor and it is x. Okay, as in the first step we can do the rest. Minus 2x minus 1 is now the dividend and the divisor is the same x plus 1. So take the first term in the dividend and divide it by the first term in the divisor, that is minus 2x by x. Here we can cancel this x and x and what we get? Minus 2. Okay, we can write this on the top, that means on the quotient, minus 2. Again multiplication, this minus 2 into x plus 1, minus 2 into x plus 1. Okay, so minus 2 into x is minus 2x and minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Okay, this minus 2 into divisor, minus 2 into x is minus 2x and minus 2 into 1 is what? Minus 2. Again we can subtract. Here we can change the sign of the term. Minus becomes plus, here also plus. Minus 2x and plus 2x we can cancel. Minus 1 plus 2. Okay, minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2 is what? Plus 1. Clear? Here the division is over because the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. We cannot divide 1 by x plus 1. Okay, degree of 1 means a constant polynomial. You all know the degree of a constant polynomial is what? 0. Okay, and here the degree is 1. Okay, so degree of remainder is less than degree of divisor, so the division is over. Okay, take one simple example. If you have to divide 10 by 3, 10 divided by 3, 3 3s are 9, the remainder is what? 1. By doing this much step we stop the division process. Why? The remainder is 1 and it is less than the divisor. Okay, 1 is lesser than 3, 1 is lesser than 3. So we stop the division process because we cannot divide 1 by 3. Okay. So similarly in polynomials, when the remainder is either 0. In some situation, the remainder will be 0. Okay. When the remainder is either 0 or the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. So here we can write the quotient is equal to, what is the quotient? 3x minus 2, and the remainder, here the remainder is 1. Okay. So in this example, we can write the number 10 is equal to this divisor 3 into quotient 3, then plus the remainder 1. Okay. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is what? 10. Clear? So here 10 is the dividend. 10 is called dividend. And here the number 3 is divisor. Divisor, and the quotient is also 3. So quotient, then the balance is called what? Remainder. So what we can write? 10 is the dividend. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So dividend is equal to divisor into quotient then plus remainder. In polynomial also we have a general form like this. Here the dividend is 3x square plus x minus 1. 3x square plus x minus 1, which is equal to divisor into quotient. Divisor is x plus 1 and the quotient is 3x minus 2. So x plus 1 into 3x minus 2, then plus remainder. Here the remainder is 1. Okay. Or we can generalize, if it is p of x, dividend is p of x, then we can write p of x is equal to, and divisor I take it as g of x, quotient it is denoted by q of x, and the remainder is r of x. Okay. So we can say p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x. I repeat, p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x, where p of x is the dividend, g of x is the divisor, q of x is the quotient, and r of x is the remainder. And the condition is r of x is equal to 0 or degree of r of x is less than degree of g of x. Okay, degree of r of x, that means the remainder is less than degree of g of x. Either it is 0 or the degree is less than degree of the divisor. Understood? So this is called the division algorithm for polynomials. Division algorithm for polynomials. So if p of x and g of x are any two polynomials with g of x not equal to 0. If g of x equal to 0, then we cannot divide. Division by 0 is not possible. Okay. So if p of x and g of x are any two polynomials with g of x not equal to 0, then we can find q of x and r of x satisfying the condition p of x is equal to g of x into q of x plus r of x, where r of x equal to 0 or degree of r of x is less than degree of g of x. Understood? Now consider the situation in which we have to find the remainder by dividing 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1. We have to find the remainder only. Okay. In that situation, this is not a simple way to find the remainder. It's a long process. So let's see what happened if we find p of minus 1. P of minus 1. Okay. The value of the polynomial at x equal to minus 1. Consider the dividend as p of x. So here p of x is equal to 3x square plus x minus 1. we get 3 into minus 1 square, then plus x, here minus 1, again minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 square is 1, then minus 1 minus 1. 3 into 1 is 3, 3 minus 1 is minus 2. 3 minus 1 is what? 1. Okay. Here the remainder we got by long division process also is equal to 1, and here also we got 1. Okay. So the remainder obtained when dividing the polynomial 3x square plus x minus 1 by x plus 1 is the same as the value obtained by replacing x by minus 1 in the dividend. Is that clear? That means p of minus 1 is equal to the remainder obtained by the long division process. Okay. Now we move on to the topic remainder theorem. What is called remainder theorem? Okay. So listen, it's one of the important theorems in this chapter, remainder theorem. The theorem states that let p of x be a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1. Degree greater than or equal to 1 and a be any real number. A be any real number. If p of x is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, here x minus a is a linear polynomial, then the remainder comes out to be, remainder will be p of a. Okay, I repeat the statement. Let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any real number. Clear? Let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and let a be any real number. Okay. If p of x is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. If p of x is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is what? P of a. Okay. Now I am going to explain the 4 different situations in which we can apply remainder theorem. Listen. Divisor and remainder. If the divisor is x minus a, then the remainder comes out is p of a. Okay, that we have already discussed. And if the divisor is x plus a, then the remainder will be p of minus a. Okay, here x minus a, so we have to change the sign, p of a, minus a, here plus a. Okay, then x plus a, here plus a, in the remainder part it is p of minus a. Okay, and if the divisor is ax minus b, then the remainder is p of b by a. Divisor ax minus b, remainder is what? P of b by a. And one more is, if the divisor is ax plus b, then the remainder is p of minus b by a. Okay, for example, if the divisor is 2x minus 3, then the remainder will be p of 3 by 2. Okay, if it is 5x plus 2, then the remainder will be p of minus 2 by 5. Okay, it is in the form ax plus b and it is ax minus b. If the divisor is in the form ax minus b, then the remainder is what? P of b by a. And if the divisor is in the form ax plus b, then the remainder is p of minus b by a. Okay, these are the 4 different situations in which we have to apply what? The remainder theorem. So I repeat, the remainder theorem states that let p of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and a be any real number. If p of x is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. and the four cases are divisor x minus a, remainder p of a, divisor x plus a, remainder p of minus a, divisor ax minus b, remainder p of b by a, divisor ax plus b, remainder p of minus b by a. Understood? Now we move on to exercise 2.3. Here the first question is, find the remainder when x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by first sub question x plus 1. Okay, there are 5 sub questions. We can discuss one by one. Okay, so let us take the polynomial as p of x. P of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. And in the first case, the divisor is x plus 1. Okay, so what will be the remainder? P of minus 1. Okay, it's in the form x plus a. Okay, x plus a, and in the place of a, the number is what? 1. If it is x plus a, p of minus a. X plus a, p of minus a. So x plus 1, so the remainder will be p of minus 1. Clear? So remainder is equal to p of minus 1, which is equal to, we can replace the values, minus 1 the whole cube plus 3 into minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 then plus 1. Minus 1 cube is minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1 square is 1 plus into minus minus 3 into 1 3 then plus 1. So minus 1 plus 3 minus 3 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 we can cancel, plus 3 minus 3 we can cancel. So the answer is 0. That means the remainder obtained when dividing the polynomial x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 by x plus 1 will be equal to 0. The remainder is 0. Clear? Now the second question is x minus 1 by 2. So it's in the form x minus a, and the remainder is what? P of a. So p of here 1 by 2, p of 1 by 2 is equal to, that means the remainder is equal to p of 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2 the whole cube, then plus 3 into 1 by 2 the whole square, then plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so here the first term is 1 by 2 the whole cube. That means we have to take the cube of both numerator and the denominator. 1 cube is 1 and 2 cube is 8. So 1 by 2 cube is 1 by 8. Then plus 3 into 1 by 2 square. 1 square is 1 and 2 square is 4. Plus 3 into 1 is 3. Then by 2. So 3 into 1 by 2 is what? 3 by 2 plus 1. So which is equal to 1 by 8. Then plus 3 into 1 is 3. 3 by 4 plus 3 by 2. Then plus 1. Okay. So here I am going to make the denominator same. So first one I write as it is 1 by 8. Then plus 3 by 4. We have to make 4 as 8, so that we can multiply 4 by 2. 4 2s are 8. So 3 2s are 6 and 4 2s are 8. Now the denominators are same. And the next fraction is 3 by 2. How can we make 2 as 8? 2 4s are 8. So we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. So 3 4s are 12. Then 2 4s are 8. Now the last term is 1, and 1 can be written as 8 by 8. Now the denominators are same, so we can write the common denominator and do the process on the numerator, that is 1 plus 6 plus 12 plus 8. Okay, so here 1 plus 6 plus 12 plus 8, that is 27 by 8. So our answer is, that means the remainder is what? 27 by 8. Clear? Now we move on to the third sub question, and here the divisor is x So x can be treated as x plus 0 or x minus 0. Okay, that means it's in the form x plus a or x minus a. And here the remainder is r is equal to p of 0. Okay, p of 0. You can replace the value 0 cube plus 3 into 0 square, then plus 3 into 0, then plus 1. 0 cube is 0, 3 into 0 square is 0, 3 into 0 0, then plus 1. That is 0 plus 3 into 0 0, then plus 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. Clear? That means the remainder is 1. Okay. Next we shall discuss the fourth one, x plus pi. So it's also in the form x plus a, and instead of a the value is what? Pi. Okay. If it is x plus a, the remainder is what? P of minus a. Here x plus pi. So p of minus pi. So the remainder is equal to p of minus pi. That will be equal to, we can replace x by minus pi. Minus pi the whole cube plus 3 into minus pi the whole square, then plus 3 into minus pi plus 1 equal to minus cube is minus, pi cube we can write pi cube. Okay, minus square is plus, that is 3 pi square, plus into minus minus, 3 into pi 3 pi, then plus 1. Okay, here there are no like terms, so we cannot simplify this one. So this will be the final answer, minus pi cube plus 3 pi square minus 3 pi plus 1. Clear? Now we move on to the last sub question, and it is 5 plus 2x. First of all, we can change this as 2x plus 5. Okay, 5 plus 2x can be written as 2x plus 5, and now it is in the form ax plus b. Okay, ax plus b. And what is the remainder obtained by dividing a polynomial by ax plus b? It is p of minus b by a. Okay, if it is ax minus b, then p of b by a. Ax plus b, the remainder is p of minus b by a. So here the remainder is p of minus b by a, 5 by 2, minus 5 by 2. Okay, that is minus 5 by 2 the whole cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 the whole square, then plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. That will be equal to, minus cube is minus, 5 cube is 125, 2 cube is 8, then plus 3 into 5 square is 25 and 2 square is 4, plus into minus minus, 3 5s are 15, 15 by 2, then plus 1. Okay, so which is equal to minus 125 by 8, then plus 75 by 4, minus 15 by 2, then plus 1. So which is equal to, so here also we can do the same thing that we have already done in the second question. That means we have to make the denominator as 8. Okay, because all others are the factors of 8, 4 and 2. Okay, if we multiply 4 by 2, we will get 8. 2 into 4, it's also 8. So minus 125 divided by 8, then plus 4 into 2, 8. So you have to take the double of this one, this fraction. So 150 by 8. 75 into 2 is 150, 4 into 2 is 8. Here 15 by 2. We have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 4 in order to get the denominator 8. Okay. So 15 into 4. 15 into 4 is 60. So minus 60 by 8. Then plus 1. 1 can be written as 8 by 8. So the denominator is 8. Here minus 125 plus 150, then minus 60 plus 8. Okay, so here minus 125 plus 150, that gives 25. Then 25 minus 60. 25 minus 60 is minus 35. Then minus 35 plus 8. What is minus 35 plus 8? Minus 27. So our final answer is minus 27 by 8. Okay, the remainder obtained when dividing the polynomial x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 by the polynomial 5 plus 2x is what? Minus 27 by 8. Understood? Now we move on to the second question in this exercise. Find the remainder when x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a is divided by x minus a. Let us take this polynomial as p of x. So p of x is equal to x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. And here the remainder is, it is divided by x minus a. So the remainder will be p of a. So we can replace x by a. So a cube minus a into a square, then plus 6 into a, that is 6a minus a. Okay. So a cube minus a into a square. A into a square is what? A cube. Okay. A raised to m into a raised to n. A raised to m plus n. Here it is 1. 1 plus 2 is what? 3. So a into a square is what? A cube. Then plus 6a minus a. 6a minus a is what? 5a. These are like terms, so we can subtract. 6a minus a is 5a. A cube minus a cube we can cancel. It is 0. A cube minus a cube. So the balance or the remainder is what? 5a. That means the remainder obtained when dividing the polynomial x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a by x minus a will be equal to 5a. Clear? Now we move on to the last question in this exercise, and it is check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So we have to check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of this polynomial, that is 3x cube plus 7x. So that polynomial we can take it as p of x. P of x is equal to 3x cube plus 7x. Now we have to check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of p of x. Okay. While dividing p of x by 7 plus 3x, if the remainder is 0, then we can conclude it is a factor of p of x. Okay. For example, 5 is a factor of 10. Why 5 is a factor of 10? If we divide 10 by 5, the remainder will be equal to 0. That means the exact divisor of a number. Factor means the exact divisor of a number. Okay. Similarly, here we are going to find the remainder when dividing p of x by this one, that is 7 plus 3x. 7 plus 3x can be written as 3x plus 7. Now it is in the form ax plus b, and the remainder is what? P of minus b by a. So here p of minus 7 by 3. Okay. First we change the term 7 plus 3x. In standard form it is 3x plus 7, ax plus b, and the remainder will be what? P of minus b by a. P of minus b by a. Here it is p of minus 7 by 3. Now we can replace x by minus 7 by 3. So 3 into minus 7 by 3 the whole cube, then plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. So which is equal to 3 into minus 7 cube, minus cube is minus, 7 cube is 343, 3 cube is 27, plus into minus minus 49 divided by 3. This 3 and 27 we can cancel, here 9. 9 3s are 27. So this will be equal to minus 343 divided by 9 minus 49 divided by 3, which is equal to minus 343 by 9. Here we can multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. So 3 3s are 9. 49 into 3. 49 into 3 is 147. Okay. So that will be equal to 9 is the common denominator. minus 343 minus 147. So what will be the answer? Minus 490. Okay, minus 490, which is not equal to 0. That means the remainder is not equal to 0. Therefore we can conclude 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Okay, if the remainder is equal to 0, then only we can conclude 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Here it is not equal to 0. Therefore we can conclude, therefore 7 plus 3x is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. Okay, understood? So this finishes exercise 2.3. Thanks for watching. Thank you.